Hello and welcome to our video recap. Today we went through quite a few book pages starting on page 202, which is this page you see right here. The first question asked us to find the car at 7/10. We found that. We also found the airplane's wing at 5/15. We then worked 4/5 of an hour, so we found our 4/5, and we found that it matches straight up with 8/10. So 8/10 and 4/5 are equivalent. We then talked about how we could turn that into decimals of 8/10. Which is larger, 2/5 or 4/15? 2/5 we found right here, 4/15 was right there. We could obviously see that this 5ths was longer, so 2/5 is longer than 4/15. On our next page, we worked with partners to solve these equations. We went from 4 to 12. We did that times 3. So we did 1 times 3 to get our n value of 3. Number 3, we did 36 divided by 6 to get our denominator 6. So we divide by 6 on the top. 6 divided by 6 gave us our 1. We did the same thing for problems, 1 through 12. So we divided all those out to see our equivalent fraction and our value of n. Next, we looked at a chart and how to use that as a fraction. We added up all our days in April, the sunny days, the cloudy days, the rainy days in April. We then did a fraction. We did a fraction of those, and we found that 10 days were sunny out of the 30. We were able to simplify it by dividing by 10. We had 1/3. We talked about how the advantage of simplifying it was using smaller numbers, numbers that we are more familiar with, and just generally numbers that seem to work easier, we said. We then talked about the disadvantages, and this was a little bit harder because we liked the smaller numbers. But we found that when we added them, we wanted a common denominator. So adding 8/30, the rainy days, plus the sunny days of 10/30, we easily got 18/30. But if we simplified it to 4/15 and 1/3, that we couldn't add unless we again changed it back into 30ths. So the unsimplified version seems to be the best until the end. We talked about how we would want to work with it in 30ths until the very end, and then in the very end, simplify the fractions. We skipped that section. We then went on to page 208. On page 208, we talked about equivalent fractions and common denominators. We said that tenths and fifths could both be changed to tenths. So 7/10 stayed 7/10. 1/5 became 2/10, and now we could add them as 9/10. 11ths and seconds, so half, we changed to 20 seconds. We changed 11 to a 22, 2 to a 22. 3/11ths became 6/22. 1/2 became 11/22, a total of 17/22. Number 7, we changed our 6ths and our 4ths to 12ths. 2/12ths and 9/12ths. 1/6 times 2 is 2/12ths. 3/4 times 3 is 9/12ths, giving us a total of 11/12ths. We then looked at number 8 and Carlos and his pizza. Carlos and Tia ate pizza. We noticed that Tia ate 9/12ths and Carlos ate 5/6, and we couldn't compare those as they were because this was in 12ths and this was in 6ths. So we changed our 6 to 12ths and found that that would be 10/12ths, which is greater than 9/12ths. So Carlos ate more pizza. Our last problem we did in class today was looking at spinners, and initially we kind of looked at it and saw, oh, there's 2 chances to win on choice B. But choice A is bigger, so we couldn't really tell. So again, we took our 1/4, 1 out of 4, and our 2/12ths, and changed them to both being 12ths. We could then see that letter A is 3/12ths, and letter B is 2/12ths, so letter A has a greater chance or higher probability of landing on a shaded area.